Hi, my name is William Ziada, New York City-based director and creator of theater, television, and film, and also proud Phoenix Global Artist Ambassador. Today, I am thrilled to be speaking with a renowned musical artist who does it all. His name, Johnny Gowanus. For more on Johnny, you can read more about him right below this video, but in the meantime, take a sneak peek at the incredible talent of Johnny Gowanus.
Joy at the same time. As it passed me flying by, from the thunder and the storm, and the cloud that took the form, while the rest of heaven was blue, like a demon in my view.
Well, hello, Johnny. How are you?
I'm very good. How are you, sir?
I'm good, thank you. And I'm so excited that the audience just got a little sneak peek of your amazing talent. Johnny Gowanus, I want to know, where did you grow up and when did you realize you had such a love of music?
I grew up outside of New Haven, Connecticut. And there I was in 4th grade. And they said, if you're not doing anything today, come to the gym and play drums. And, you know, here I am all these years later from 4th grade playing drums and everything that stemmed from that.
I love that. You're living your childhood dream, Johnny. And I want to know, with your stage name, Johnny Gowanus, how'd you come up with that?
So I was living in Gowanus at the time. And I was out buying some weird instruments and I needed to come up with a name so it didn't look like I was buying weird instruments, and Johnny Gowanus was born, you know. But if you look, there's back in 1902, lightning hit the Gowanus Canal and it blew something up, and it's my theory that Johnny Gowanus stemmed therefrom, kind of like the X-Men, and you know, like
I effing love the way that you think, Johnny. Listen, my friend, you're a Renaissance man. I was, talking off camera with you about, how do you describe what you do? Because, you say musical artist, but you do everything. You're a composer. You play other people's music. You play your music. You've done sitcoms. You've done it all. You're a Renaissance man. I just love, Johnny, how unapologetic you are, that whatever cards you're dealt, you do it. And I think it's something for the kids who are watching of all ages, that, why shackle yourself to one discipline? And you are a perfect example of someone that's just kept going and doing the thing. What keeps you going?
We have to do something in life. I could walk around the park 70,000 times. I could eat 4 million dinners and cook 3,500 of them. Or I could keep performing on stage, trying to turn my spoken word musical into a full-fledged opera. I could do another sitcom, write another funny show. I don't know, because you got to do something. And that's what I do, because,
Well, I love it, but you said something, Johnny, that's really important. You just do it. You don't overthink it. You just do it. And I think there's so many artists out there, we know many of them, whether they're famous or not, they get in their own way and they overthink, oh, what are people gonna think, ba, ba, ba. And what I love so much about in my research of you is that you just do the thing. If you could speak to the kids who are watching, the young artists who might have a lot of noise, in pursuing their bliss, what kind of advice would you give them?
There's a lot of noise in the world. There's a lot of noise if you're an artist in your head. What there also are feet and hands. There's your mouth. Walk, talk, write, dance, play. Just keep doing it, because you're going to be terrible, then you're going to be great, then you're going to be magical, then you're going to be horrible. It doesn't matter. You just keep doing it, because After all these years of doing this, I couldn't have done anything without doing this. I mean, life would have been a paper push, which, I do plenty of that too. But without singing and playing and writing and trying to do it and all that and telling you about it, it's all great. You should just keep doing it. Try to do
Johnny,
it.
Johnny, what a great, I mean, look at man, you are, talk about a time when I think everyone as humans, let alone artists, really thinking about why they do what they do. But the fact that you just broke it down so simply, looking about and being grateful for what we do have, right? Our hands, our feet,
Absolutely.
our mouths. You have this sense of gratitude, Johnny, about you, and also this sense of who you are. And I think that if more kids of all ages out there who are artists just remembered what you're saying, which kind of goes along actually with one of my favorite quotes from Judy Garland. It's better to be a first-rate version of yourself than a second-rate version of someone else.
Absolutely. At 100%. And in this, I have to acknowledge that along the way, the number of amazing artists that have been around me, helped me, sung with me, acted with me, wrote with me, played with me is just extraordinary. My current drummer and keyboard player are so amazing. I can't even stand how good they are. My neighbor, who I write stories with, is so crazy talented. I don't even know what to do, how I'm with these people. Grateful? Yeah, I'm grateful that there's talent in this world like you cannot even stand, and it's beautiful.
Johnny, I hear you. And if we keep doing it, we get to sometimes collaborate with our heroes. I know for me, as a performer for many years, but now as a director, to, direct some Tony Award winning actors that I grew up idolizing. I'm curious to know if you've had any of those aha moments, or those those moments where like Johnny's that little kid with a dream, like in going, oh my God, am I really here right now? You know what I mean?
There's been a cut, so I'm on stage one time. I'm at Tipitina's. It's August and it's about 105 degrees outside. And the stage on Tipitina's is about 14 to 40 degrees hotter than outside. So we're all dying and we're killing the set, just pounding it out. And it was just magical. And when the sound guy at Tipitina's comes to you afterwards and says, I have a religious experience, that's something. On the other side, to your other question, only once was I starstruck. There I am at the supper club, and there's a dinner, and I was just outside. I smoked a cigarette with John Carlo. I forget his last name. I walk inside, and I walk past David Bowie. I'm like, oh, look, it's David Bowie. And then some guy says, can you help me on with my coat? And I said, sure. I turned around, and it was Kurt Vonnegut. I almost fell down. I mean, sure, that was David Bowie. And sure, David Bowie is David Bowie. But at the end of the day, Kurt Vonnegut, seeing Kurt Vonnegut about this far away from me was about the craziest thing. Only time I was actually really starstruck.
But Johnny, what's so cool about what we do as artists is that it's not even about the gig or the end point. It's about the journey. And, to have all of these experiences that no one can ever take away from you. You meeting Kurt Vonnegut, like no one can ever take away the fact that you met him, but you put yourself there because not only your vibration and probably who you were around and having to do something with the business, but it's just a cool business to be in. Because at the end of the day, we're kind of kids who all ran off to the circus, just putting one foot in front of the other.
Yeah, and keep playing in the circus because, it's fun.
Well, Johnny, listen, man, I could speak with you forever. Before I let you go, is there anything else you want to tell us or talk about?
So on 9/11, the 20th anniversary of 9/11, I whipped up a band to do a time capsule. See, one of the things I've been doing as long as I've been playing music is writing poetry. And on 9/11, 2001, I had been writing a love poem to New York City for 2 years. 9/11 happened and the poem went into hiding. And I pulled it out after 20 years, whipped up a band, and I'm going to do it on 9/11 down at the Delancey in Lower Manhattan. It's a time capsule because it's really about 9/10. Everything, it's as it was before all that shit happened. Now, be that as it may, I'm not going to glom on the 9/11 thing, but it's going to be an interesting old school New York for old school New Yorkers. It's going to be a nice show. I invite people to come and see it.
When is that going to be, Johnny? On 9/11?
On 9/11 at the Delancey, yeah.
Johnny, listen, man. If I can make it down there, I will, because I live on 57th Street with my husband. But what I love so much about this idea is this notion of nostalgia and looking back to look forward. And as a theater director, I'm already like, trying to control the elements. And you're like, Will, it's my effing song. Get out of my creative space. But I will tell you this. I love this whole notion of New York nostalgia. What happened before 9/11. However, we can get back to that light. There's an opportunity to get back to maybe a version of it. Yes, it won't be the same, but hopefully we'll be richer, more empathetic, kinder people. And I think it's so beautiful that you're taking it out of the trunk to present to the world. And I just want to let the audience know for more on the amazing, amazing Johnny. You can read more about him right below this video. Johnny, you're such a cool dude. I'm so happy we had this time today.
Thanks, Will. I had a good time. It was nice talking to you. Get to know you.